In October 1970, you're with the 1st Cavalry Division in the Ashau Valley, waiting on a medevac ship. Your shirt is soaked through. Your feet are soft from days in wet boots. Then, the danger changes shape. You go home, and the first fight is with your own body. It's not dramatic, it's grinding. The immediate cost is mission capability in civilian life, jobs, marriages, sleep, patience. In this video, we're breaking down 4 body-breaking conditions that followed Vietnam soldiers home. What hit right away, what kept returning, what surfaced years later, and what slowly cut men down after the shooting stopped. You wake up back home and the first sensation is mechanical. Your knee feels loose, your back tight, your hand slow. After-action reports from 1969 operations near Cu Chi with the 25th Infantry Division noted In October 1970, you're with the 1st Cavalry Division in the Ashau Valley, waiting on a medevac ship. Your shirt is soaked through. Your feet are soft from days in wet boots. Then, the danger changes shape. You go home, and the first fight is with your own body. It's not dramatic, it's grinding. The immediate cost is mission capability in civilian life, jobs, marriages, sleep, patience. In this video, we're breaking down 4 body-breaking conditions that followed Vietnam soldiers home. What hit right away, what kept returning, what surfaced years later, and what slowly cut men down after the shooting stopped. You wake up back home and the first sensation is mechanical. Your knee feels loose, your back tight, your hand slow. After-action reports from 1969 operations near Cu Chi with the 25th Infantry Division noted a constant drain from non-battle injuries, twisted ankles, stress fractures, infected cuts that never stayed clean. Evacuation hospital summaries recorded men returning for the same wound care 2 and 3 times about 2 weeks after the initial hit, because sweat and friction reopened what looked closed. Here's what most people miss. A 12-month tour can end, but a leg that won't bend ends your trade. A veteran later recalled, paraphrased, "I could march, but I couldn't carry groceries." Shame follows you. Anger follows you. From that point on, you're not fully mission capable. And once you realize pain isn't the only thing that returns, the next wave starts inside your blood. What hits you next is exhaustion that feels out of proportion to your day. In 1968, unit journals from the 9th Infantry Division in the Mekong Delta and Army medical logs described disease as an operational threat, not a side issue. You feel it as gut cramps, then chills that rattle your teeth, then a headache that pins you down. Some men came home and still spiked 103-degree fever within 7 days. Others relapsed 2 or 3 times across a year after malaria, or carried hepatitis symptoms that made normal work impossible. This is where it turned deadly in slow motion, because nobody can see it and you start doubting yourself. A veteran later recalled, paraphrased, "I was home, but I kept shaking at night." After that, steady work becomes unlikely, and when treatment doesn't guarantee recovery, you start asking what else got into you over there. The third wave doesn't arrive with one symptom you can point to. It starts as a question that grows louder. In Vietnam, you could watch defoliants sprayed along perimeters and waterways, especially near bases and routes. Service histories place U.S. forces, like the 1st Marine Division around Da Nang, in areas repeatedly treated for vegetation control. At the time, you weren't briefed to think in decades. Later federal reviews and Veterans Affairs examinations described patterns that veterans reported years after separation. Persistent skin problems, numbness in hands and feet, and diagnoses that seemed to arrive out of nowhere. What happened next surprised even experienced troops. The body can run fine for 10 or 20 years, then fail in pieces. By 1991, Congress passed the Agent Orange Act, and the fight moved to paperwork without ending the damage. A veteran later recalled, paraphrased, "It felt like the war mailed me a bill." After that, return was unlikely to the life you planned. And when the future itself feels contaminated, the mind and nervous system take the hit next. Now, the damage becomes physical and behavioral at the same time, and it spreads into everything. In 1969, soldiers in units like the 101st Airborne operating in the Reshaped Valley lived under constant blast and weapons noise, then tried to sleep in short, broken blocks. Disability evaluations later described hearing loss and chronic ringing, but the deeper injury is how the nervous system stays on patrol. Here's what most people miss. Your body learns the war's timing. You sleep 3 hours, snap awake, and scan the room before you know you're doing it. You flinch at a slammed door. In 5 seconds, you've mapped the exits. You sit with your back to a wall. Veterans' oral histories often describe the same pattern: hypervigilance, quick anger, and a steady sense that something is about to happen. A veteran later recalled, paraphrased, "I couldn't turn it off even at home." From that point on, you aren't reliable to yourself, and once that starts, it reaches your family before you even notice. When Vietnam followed men home, it rarely did it with one clean diagnosis. It came as layers. Pain that made work hard, fevers that returned without warning, illnesses that surfaced years later with paperwork instead of gunfire, and nervous systems that stayed on watch long after the uniform was folded away. Some men rebuilt, many did not, at least not fully. The memory that shows up in medical summaries and veteran recollections isn't only what happened overseas. It's the moment you realize the war can still take strength from you on an ordinary Tuesday. The shooting stopped, but the body kept receiving orders, and the cost kept coming due. For many, that never fully went away.